この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for Dororo, episode 12. Last time on Dororo. Bunch of stuff. Bunch of things. Taomaru and Hyakimaru came face to face, not really knowing who the other is, and sort of passed each other by. Dororo and Hyakimaru sat in on a weird kind of propaganda-ish play about Daigo defeating all the demons in the area, and we know how that really went down. Daigo was informed that this mysterious boy is out there doing stuff, and went out to meet him and ended up doing so. They're now face to face. Dororo and Hyakimaru met this boy named Sukeroku, whose parents were most likely killed by those other people across the border, and they fight off some weird wolfy spirit things in order to try and clean things up in the area. Tahomaru keeps searching and ends up running into a mysterious lady in a red robe who is apparently the former midwife who was there when all of Hyakimaru's body parts were stolen by demons and seems pretty traumatized by it. And from her, Tahomaru has learned a large portion of the story. Meanwhile, Biwa is heading up to the Hull of Hell place to figure some stuff out. Lots of stuff going on. The big thing is Hyakimaru is now face to face with his father, and his father knows who he is. That's like an end of show type interaction. I don't know how this is going to go. Let's find out. I've got the video up. It's at 0 seconds. There will be multiple versions of this video. As usual, you can find picture-in-picture versions with the video up here in the description down there, and a timer-based version with any discussion and whatever on YouTube. The timer-based version will have a beep-beep timer, which will go boop, 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 beep. And on the beep and the green light, that's the same frame that Dororo starts playing on my screen, so if you're playing along, that's probably when you want to hit the button. Beep-beep timer goes here. Twin engine vroom vroom. I'm expecting like a little bit of recap. I like narrator son. Oh baby. Oh baby. Narrator son is hyping it up a little bit. Cool. This is T. Part 2. Who are you? What are you? Hello. Oh. Ah. That was fast. He's been caught by the enemy, yeah. Ow. People outside Daigo's lens don't quite see it the same way, do they? Bunch of captives. I appreciate the optimism, Dororo, but I don't know if this is the time. Hmm. The scar on his forehead? Doro separately realizes. Ow. The real enemy. A little bit of hope there. Just a little. And she's still praying. But it's cracked. Ah. He's found out enough to ask. What? I don't know anything about that. Oh. Crap. Oh! He might be killed for that. Father's here as well. So Tahoe is initially indignant. Maybe he'll be swayed by this. Oh, hi, buddy. Hi, Mom. He's the only one with red on him. Fuck! Found his way back. Found her way back. Too late? Oh, man, that guy's face. One that's locked up. That one in the background. You're stuck. So you get to Hmm. Hmm. Oh, hi, Biwa. He realizes. Yeah. Same patterns. Whoa, don't. Yeah. That implies desire for suicide. Oh, geez. Oh, yeah. Maybe not something to celebrate. He smiled a little bit. Yeah, and yours. Forced out of the Hall of Hell? Interesting transition. Yaki, now would be a really good time. Tied to a wall while a war rages around you. That's. Oh, the ghouls are still here. He was watching. You can say that again. Where's she going? Oh, indeed. Getting kind of ominous music wise. Hello again, Daigo. Uh huh. Uh oh. Mm hmm. Mm. But. But. He's been convinced. Well, there goes the dream. Mm. That was cool. Oh, okay. Oh. What? Uh-huh. Seppuku incoming. What was that green? This is different. Was the Mother of Mercy the only thing restraining that one super powerful demon? Maybe. What is happening to Banmon? The eyes are aflame. Oh my god. No way. Cool. Cracked all the way down. Biwa? Yes. Bright green. No reaction. Oh, baby. Should get another Banmon card. QB. Okay, that's the fox spirit thing that was inside Banmon. Okay. Wow, this was a rough one. In terms of like things happening to Hyakimaru, really rough one. Finds his family and his, well, his dad tries to kill him and his mom kills herself and his brother also tries to kill him in the midst of like a brewing war. Oh. So let's talk about Tahomaru, because that's where we were focused for the last couple of episodes, with Tahomaru as like the swing vote, right? Seems that the way he's set up is what he decides, which side he decides to align with, will be big in the future. And I was sort of clinging on to this hope that maybe, just maybe, Tahomaru will find out the whole truth and go, Dad, you're a jerk. That's not cool. I'm gonna fight with Dororo and like, or fight with Hyakimaru and like make the world a better place or something. That was real naive of me. So he's presented with the rock and a hard place sort of situation that Daigo sees this whole exchange of Hyakimaru's body parts as. He doesn't see a way out. And so when Tahomaru is forced to weigh the happiness and like body parts of his brother versus the prosperity and even the survival of his whole land, he chooses the majority. He goes the utilitarian route. And he expresses that he's not super happy about this, right? He's not ignorant of the suffering that he's causing by doing so. He's very much aware of it. It's just that it's outweighed by the greater good, right? Like, it's a wrong action for the right reasons. And so he expresses that in kind of the best way that you can, which is like, sorry, but I have to. And I can't really fault Tahomaru for that. I don't think he's wrong in the situation that he's in. It would be like we could wish for a third option, but one has not been presented. There isn't, like, I don't see a realistic third option for that allows Dororo to get, or Hyakimaru to, I keep calling him Dororo, that allows Hyaki to get all his body parts back and maintain the prosperity of the land. I don't know. Doesn't seem to be possible. Which really sucks. Really sucks for Hyakimaru. Because to get what he kind of wants, which is like, I just want to kill some demons and get all my body parts back so that I can be kind of somewhat normal. To get that, will cause the entire area to have droughts and famine and war and terribleness. Fuck. I really felt for his mother at this point. Up until now, she's been regretful. She's been haunted by what she and her husband, mostly her husband, did to Hyaki and the loss of her son and all kinds of stuff. But mostly she's been a very quiet character, just sort of praying and praying. And she breaks out of that this episode. And it's almost kind of triumphant that she leaves all her colorful robes behind and off she rides, saying like, I haven't done anything, I've just been praying this whole time. Hoping that something else, some other power steps in and does something. But she goes off and pleads with Hyakimaru for forgiveness. And then, I can't save you. Bam. Suicide. Saw that coming as soon as she had the short knife. Ah. This is quite a tragic setup. Biwa's got it down. This is what fate. What fate indeed, Biwa. This is some messed up stuff going on here. I'm curious what was going on with the Mother of Mercy after Hyaki's mom commits seppuku. The Mother of Mercy glows green in Biwa's eyes and in Hyakimaru's eyes. And then Banmon collapses. And then the big demon statue in the back of the Hall of Hell with multiple faces, the eyes start glowing. I feel like the implication is that the mother's prayers to the goddess of mercy were somehow the last thread, like holding things together. And her death, her suicide opens the floodgates. But I really don't know. Imagine being Hyakimaru. You meet this guy. His aura, which is all you can see of him, seems familiar, and he sees you with distaste. You know, he's haunted by you, and so, you know, this is what he thinks, what he sees. Who are you? What are you? He's being haunted by this child. So he immediately, the first lines you hear from your father are, "Why are you alive, you half-born demon child?" Ooh, thanks, Dad. Oh, and then he orders his men to kill you. Like, that's what you get to know about. Sukeroku ends up finding his family, but so that's, I don't know, a little bit of hope and optimism here coming from Dororo. Weird. People are protected by the goddess of mercy. Banmon's protected by demons. Those who try to attack Daigo's land are the real demons and monsters. Which makes Hyaki a demon, as they explore later. Dororo finds out a bit about the family crest, goes on a run for it, is helped out by his friends. Yeah, she's always wearing these multi-layered, really, really elaborate robes. She eventually takes them off. Man, I feel for almost every character, except I guess for Daigo. Even then, I understand his reasoning. Like, he did a bad thing for what he sees as the right reasons. And I can sympathize. I can understand that. I also really feel for Tahoe because like he just found out that he's got a brother. Just found out that the guy who randomly saved his underlings and saved his butt is his brother. And he found out that said brother is like the key to keeping prosperity in the land, but he has to be kind of killed to do so. Oh man, awful. So he finally confronts his mom. And there's this, I really like this little lip quiver here. Yeah, right there. That little lip quiver. Yeah. Yeah. She she's been praying about it, but she hasn't faced it. She hasn't been forced to like talk about it. Daigo doesn't ever talk about it. He refuses to have it brought up, so we get this conversation. Daigo arrives, lays out the reasoning. All of this terrible stuff was going on. I made a deal with the demons to save it, and Tahomaru initially keeps the hope alive by being like, "No, you were just in it for your own ambition, you bastard. You gave up my brother. You would have given me up too." But eventually he turns. A lord's ambitions are his people's ambitions. I don't know about that. But he also sees this as a sacrifice by himself for his people. Like, it's his sacrifice, not Hyakimaru's. Because he sees Hyakimaru as a gambling, as a chip, right? Huh. Interesting conflict. And he arrives, and he sees all three of them, and only Papa's got red on him. Will you sacrifice this land for that brother? And then will you throw our people back into hell just so you can stay innocent? So that you can have a clean conscience? Framing it this way makes trying to save Hyakimaru a very selfish act. It even makes Hyakimaru's, like, getting his body parts back a selfish act. Interesting. Break the deal. And he does go. After Daigo tells him, if you're willing to do that, go to the Hall of Hell, break the deal, save your brother, he'll get his body parts back, and our land will be fucked. Tahoe goes to the Hall of Hell. They're reunited. We gotta go save Sukeroku. Everyone's going to war. At first, this guy's face just stood out to me because holy shit, that face. But he's the same guy whose arm got cut off, who ends up playing a bit of a role a little bit later. Biwa, after seeing the play, goes and sits in the Hall of Hell, experiences all of that. This is the only one that's somewhat locked up. I guess he's looking into the back. That one back there, the really big one, which seems to have many arms. Indeed, is it the same as the Goddess of Mercy? Does the goddess... No, the Goddess of Mercy doesn't have multiple arms. She just has the baby and the halo. So it's not that. It's something else. Some kind of big demon thing. Real big. This isn't something an old man like me can handle. Yeah. So Tahoe is going off, doing stuff. And here we get a little microcosm of the same thing with Tahomaru keeping his conscience clean. He asks his underlings, sort of muses, to protect us means to kill my brother, but that would be much too immoral, right? And they're like, I'm out of this one. I'm not going to answer that. Thankfully, we're in a position where we don't have to answer that. Yeah, but he does. Yeah, you're always like that. And they've got their reason. We were taken hostage by the enemy when we were young. If the lands had not flourished, we wouldn't have survived until now. Biwa senses something in Tahomaru. I guess just the similarity between his pattern and Hyaki's. I guess so. You can tell that they're shying away from animating these horses. Just an interesting thing to note. Like they keep their legs out of frame almost the entire time. You know? Horses are hard to draw. And then we get this one overhead shot where we can see their legs moving, and it's a little wonky. I think that was a good choice to try and minimize the amount of time that horse legs spend on screen. And then it really pays off in this cut, which I think looks really good, even though it's rather simple. I don't know, I felt struck by this one. Yeah. Meanwhile, she is contemplating suicide. As soon as you see the dagger. Damn. They go off and investigate the Hall of Hell. And they are blown back by... Okay, so we really... That is the one in the back. Yeah. Definitely setting that up for the future. I like this scene with the multiple layers of plants overhead. It's kind of nice. Was it 3 layers? Looks like 3 layers. Parallax together? Not really. It's not really parallaxing. That would be a little bit different. But moving over each other at different rates to sell momentum underneath. Yeah. I really like it. Then Dororo is... It's hard to figure out how she feels about this. I guess it's not. She's very straightforward about it. Like, you found your family. That's awesome for you, man. Super cool. Yeah, your family. And then we get the faintest little smile from Yaki there. And then Dororo goes somber. His words echoing in Taho's head. And at this point, I think he makes up his mind. We transition from... Yeah, okay, that's... I want to see how that's done. Punch. Shaky cam. Pan up. And black. Oh, okay. We pan up to shadow and then hard cut. I guess it's cutting wood to wood. I think the next frame is the cut. Yep. Quick pan up, zoom out, and twist. Neat. They fire and somehow don't hit Sukeroku, which is cool. So he gets to be tied to a wall while war brews around him, which we see as crossed banners and spears. We don't really see much of the war stuff because it's really hard to animate, which is totally fine. That conflict isn't what really matters anyway. What really matters is what our characters are up to. Fox spirits come back We're moving around. Oh, there we got some horse legs. We got some cantering, galloping. Indeed, Biwa, the wheels of destiny are beginning to turn. Okay, I want to hear Biwa's voice. Okay, I want to hear the narrator's voice. Okay, they're different people. Just checking. Might have made sense if Biwa was the narrator, because of the stuff he says about, like, maybe it's my fate to witness this. Fight has begun. Spirits are there. Everybody's running. Mother. For years, all I did was pray. I lived upon a falsehood, and she's abandoned her finery for simpler clothes. Spirits abound. This fox spirit just chomps a guy. Oof. And once again, face to face. Daigo in full getup. And this guy actually plays a role. The guy whose hand he cut off, who was there for Mio. And Hyakimaru goes into a rage. And Dororo stops him. Kind of tropey, but I like it. I knew it. I told you so. He's your brother. Everything will be great. So he says what he says. I do not believe that what father did to you was right, but I do believe that it must have been, it had to be done. Half-born. Then your own father is the one who did this to you? Oh, shit. Yes. But he had to do it. So Tahoe has been convinced. Or convinced himself. And I'm with Dororo on this one. It's too cruel. But also, it would be just as, if not more cruel, to cause the land to fall into famine and starvation and war and stuff. That thing that took your parents away from you and has killed a lot of people. We break the deal, the land will perish. And so you are now a demon to us. Hardens his heart. And Daigo is thrilled. So evil. So now I must kill you. And we fight. And it's pretty cool. Just like it's pretty cool. Smug bastard. Dororo struggles with the knots. The foxes do some stuff. Fight. Dororo or Hyakimaru does a cool wall run. Yeah. This whole sequence is kind of weird because it's like space doesn't really matter because he's just flying through the air. So our camera is, I guess, static on him as he just spins and flips and slashes and cuts and chops. Got a lot of impact though. And then this like splatter of spirit energy on the wall. He got sucked into Banmon. Huh? I don't get it either. Okay, me neither. And Mother arrives, and she does not look so good. Brings out the statue. Now you must resent us. And all the people. Even Tahomaru gets it. How many times must I tell you this is necessary? And she knows. Oof. I can do nothing for you. Dororo's face says it all. Huh? But you're his mom. All we can do is ask for forgiveness. The blood on her nails. Dramatic. It's punctuated by Biwa. What fate. Indeed, my friend. I will not let you suffer alone. And gives herself to the demons. I guess she does make herself an offering to them. If you wish for more human blood, take mine. And that sparks this whole greenness. So when she does this, the statue is glowing, and the center of her heart is glowing. Perhaps exactly where she stabbed herself? Maybe. Hard to tell. And then we see the spirit of the headless goddess of mercy sort of over everything, and then it circles around Daigo. And it sort of explodes outward. And Daigo is rather nonplussed by this. He just looks up. And Bonbon falls. That's all key animated. This cut is a lot more impressive than I thought it was. It's pretty darn amazing. I cannot save you. That one in the back is definitely glowy. Oh boy. Then Sukeroku's parents are alive. But they're only alive because the demons are eating Bro's body. Dororo says, "It's all good, you've got me. Off we go." Goddess of Mercy, cracked all the way down. Biwa just takes a look at it. Sees it glowing green. And that's it. Interesting. So, Hyakimaru is now public enemy number 1 for everybody in Daigo's land. That's gonna be tough. I don't know whether we can return to the same kind of somewhat carefree slice of lifey stuff. It wasn't really slice of life. It was like going around doing episodic adventures and slaying individual ghouls and stuff. This episode could signal a major change in the structure of the story, which would be cool. I liked that stuff, but I also like other stuff, so this could be really interesting. I just don't know where it's going to change or like to what. It seems like Dororo and Hyakimaru are back to sort of wandering around and adventuring, and we could get like an episodic, they wander into some village and nobody knows who they are and they find a monster and kill it. We tell some story. But it seems like so many plot points have converged now that we're leading into like a continuous narrative. But I don't know, it could be either. Interesting. This was a really interesting episode. I'm sad that Tahomaru has aligned himself with his father, but I should have seen it coming. And I'm kind of sad that Mama killed herself, because... Aw. But she did it. We'll see how this plays out in the future. I got no clue. I got no idea. Okay, well, I'm going to wrap it up. Running out of things to talk about, things to theorize. So, I've been Teeaboo. This has been Dororo, episode 12. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and I hope to catch you next week in the next one. Peace.